I'm up in here. It's going to take a little getting used to. I'm using StreamYard at the moment. And that way I don't have to try to download, upload to my YouTube channel. It's going right to YouTube and right here to Facebook. So we'll give you a minute or so to come on in, join the broadcast. If you're on Facebook, please feel free to, say, hey, let me know you're there. I have it up so I can see the comments. So I can see the comments. But I won't be able to, I can see the comments, but I won't be able to know who it is unless I have the Facebook up. So I got the Facebook up so I can see who it is that's saying what. But we'll kick off. I'll give it another minute or so. Had a bit of a late evening. Son's in soccer, so we're doing that whole dealio. Those watching on YouTube, those watching on Facebook, glad to have you with us. It's a little bit different, as you can see in the corner. The brand StreamYard. For those who like to go do some live broadcasting yourself, and you want to broadcast to multiple media platforms. I don't know why it is. Once I start broadcasting, these darn mustache hairs want to rise up, have an uprising. But we're here, we're ready to go, and that, you know me, I like to kick and run, and then you join in as you do. That's how we do. So make sure my sound is off. I'm gonna open that up. We don't have no issues. All right. Cool. So now I'll be able to see your comments and that type of thing. We want to talk about a topic that will hit close to home for everybody, and that's all about bad decisions. Bad decisions. Again, if you're coming in, feel free to say hello, hit a like on that. Share this out. Share this out on your Facebook page. I wouldn't necessarily tag anybody unless you. I wouldn't tag anybody, unless you want them to ask you, like, why you tagging me? Why you tagging me on this? You think I'm making bad decisions? And the fact is, if somebody is under the impression that they don't make bad decisions, that's a bad decision to suggest that in any way, shape, or form. We all will, maybe in the process, will make it. So this is not about any notion. Some people are better at decision making than others. Okay, true. But the fact is, and we'll deal a little bit about some of the reasons why even the wisest of us might make a bad decision. And so let's get right to it. One of the reasons why a decision can be bad or end up bad, maybe it's a better way to say it, is because the lack of information. If you're pressed with a life decision and you have a limited amount of information, it's a crapshoot. It's a gamble. So it may be, watch this, what ends up being a bad decision may have been the best decision in that moment. So I acknowledge that. I hope you do, and cut yourself a break. I cut myself a break, certainly. I'm not talking about that tonight, but that is a situation for which a bad decision can be made. And we have to acknowledge that from a lack of information. The real issue with that is intentionality. Intentionality. What do you mean, Gabe? 50-cent word. What do you mean, intentionality? What I've discovered in decision making, which is why I've made some bad decisions, even though they looked good on the surface, is because what I had to do, I'm going to use me because I know people get a little touchy, is I had to check my intention. Right? Some of the decisions we make, we have the right intentions, but we don't have the right information. So while our intentions may be honorable, right, may seem good on the surface, the reality of it is, if you don't have the right information, you're in a bad space. And sometimes information is about our collection, which again, I think speaks to intention. Wait a minute, that's confusing. How can it be intention on both sides? I'm glad you asked. You know me, I go right for it. I ain't gonna talk for 45 minutes and then hit you with it. It's big old setup. I don't do that. Let's just get to it. I'm gonna use me. What I discovered in some of my bad decisions, it wasn't necessarily the decision, because the decision was the best decision. But I'll be honest, I had an agenda, and I wanted a situation to turn out a certain way. So I dismissed certain information. Am I tracking with anybody? I intentionally, maybe in some cases almost, subconsciously, didn't want to hear certain information. I didn't want to know. I already detected that it was about to be bad, or it was about to be something unfavorable. But because I had a certain intent, I had a certain agenda, I narrowed down my counsel, I narrowed down the advisors, I didn't look at certain information because I wanted a thing to be true. Is that plain enough? I'm using me. I wanted a certain thing to be true so I could get the results I wanted. That's as transparent, without me getting into some specifics. I wanted a certain outcome. I wanted a certain ending. And so I dismissed information or the people who I knew would tell me the truth. The people who I knew would be honest with me. I didn't even ask my dad, depending on what age I was, my brother, depending on what age I was, people who I know, who know me for decades, who love me. I didn't even ask them. Okay, I'll give you an example. Because you know me, I'm transparent. First two marriages out the box. Yeah, I've been married multiple times. I've talked about that. Engaged at 18, married at 19 years old. Nothing about her. It's all about me. I didn't ask anybody's advice. Nobody. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want nobody to tell me no. I knew they was going to tell me no. I knew they were going to tell me I was immature. I knew they was going to tell me I wasn't ready. I knew they were going to. And I made a decision. I bought a ring. I put a ring on it. 18 years old, Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, 1993. Just graduated from high school, June 3rd or whatever it was of 1992. And I'm putting a ring on it December of 1992. 6 months later, I'm putting a ring on it. And I gave myself all the reasons why this was the best decision. All the reasons. Oh man, this, that, she played music and now we both go to church now. Whatever. I can remember. Fresh as day, 20 years ago, 20-something years ago. Fresh out of high school. I didn't want to hear my dad's advice, who had been married almost 30 years at that point. I didn't want to hear my brother's advice, who had gone through a difficult relationship and could have given me some insight. I didn't want to hear the wise sages, the grown folks who was older than my dad, who was attending the place of worship, or people that I was around who could have told me. I didn't have a major relationship. I wasn't allowed to date in high school. I had no dating background at all. I had no information whatsoever. Hear me. None. Zero. Nada. I just had what I wanted. I just had what I wanted to get out of it, or what I thought I was going to get out of it. I'm talking about me. Now, if that's hitting you, just, keep your feet out there. I'm going to step all on them. I'm talking about me, though. What about the second marriage, Gabe? Oh, that came, 7 years later? Rebound, 7.5 years later, rebound. Again, it ain't about the person. That's about me. Notice what I said, rebound. Oh, this one will work because the woman is different. Did y'all hear what I said? Oh, the second marriage will work because the woman is different. Her circumstance is different. See, there was no kids in the first marriage. See, so if I marry somebody who's got kids, oh, yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool because I know I'm good. Two bad decisions, same type of decision, and I'm just being perfectly transparent. I didn't want to entertain any counsel, any nothing. Not only about the relationship and me getting along with the person, just about Gabe. Uh-oh, that got serious, didn't it? Gabe, what you're saying is that what may be driving some of our bad decisions is that we don't want to get any information or counsel or have anybody reveal anything to us about us. Yeah. Okay, that was when you was in your 20s. That was when you was in your 30s. So that's not, hey, we all make mistakes. See, that's one of them phrases, right? Now, true, we do, but why are we saying it? Why are we saying it? Why are we saying we all make mistakes unless we're trying to give ourselves some wiggle room? There's a reason why we making mistakes or bad decisions. There's a reason why. And the thing was, I didn't want to hear it. But after that second marriage, that last situation, now my brother just spoke up and he didn't ask me if I wanted advice. Now my dad is just kind of, well, son, hey man, you got to this, that, and the other, dude. Now I got people just insisting, the same people I didn't want to listen to the first time, same people I didn't want to listen to the second. Gabe, you've been a little too transparent now. Hey, it is what it is. I got all these people who I claim love me, but I didn't give them permission. Hear me now. I didn't give them permission to tell me by asking them so they could tell me. They respected that I was a grown man. Hey, I came out of high school. I'm grown. What? Don't tell me nothing. I got this. Right? None of y'all ever did that, but I did. Right? See? So is this really about bad decisions? Yeah. But bad decisions are often driven by, probably 99% of the time, on a lack of information. But I go one step deeper, on a lack of desire to be informed. I will say this. I don't necessarily think it's a bad decision. This is just Gabe. I don't necessarily think you've made a bad decision if you pursued information. Now, maybe your source might be bad. We'll get to that in a minute. But I cut myself a break now because I told somebody the other day, I'm a researcher. Why do you think I'm a researcher? Because I've made such bad decisions. I didn't get mad at anybody when it was all said and done. Hey, those marriages ended. Hey, love y'all. Do your thing. I have, one passed on, but cool relationships. I could talk to any ex-wife. I really never dated, which was another bad decision. Didn't go on dates. Didn't have conversations. Didn't sit down across from a person. Gabe, really? Yeah. One bad decision after another. Just boom, 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 boom. In the same area. Just not doing things any different, but expecting different results. Now, the last marriage was a whole different kind of thing, and I'm not going to get into that. But the reality of it is, the first two, look, right out the box, bad decision. Bad. Terrible. Another bad decision in the same time frame, I didn't go to college right away. Hey, I've been to school for the last, pre-K to, no, I didn't go to pre-K, from kindergarten to 12th grade. I'm tired. I put in 13 straight years. Now, granted, I had 3 months of summer between every year. But I wanted to be able to wake up in September 3rd or 4th or whatever that was, and I didn't have to go nowhere. I didn't have to go to school. So I looked at my parents. I was still living at home. I'm not going to go to college right away. I'm not going to go to college. Okay, son. Okay. You might want to look into a job. Yeah, okay, I'll do a job. Yeah, that's cool. I do a job. Yeah, I go with a job. Why? because I don't want to have to get up and go to school. Like that's going to be the worst thing I was going to ever do that I ever did in all my life. I had to get up at 6 in the morning and get dressed for school. And I'm there 7.5 hours a day. My 12th grade year, I had all my credits. I was ahead of the game. The second half of my 12th grade year, I didn't even have a class because I played football. And once the football season ended in December, then it was just a free period. I'm just sitting at the school, chilling. Free period. So I wasn't even doing 7.5 hours a day in my senior year. So that was technically a lie. Bad decision. Didn't go to college right away. I didn't do no reading. I didn't do no studying, nothing. I didn't want to do nothing educational, period. Right? Now I'm also talking to this woman who's 4 or 5 years older than me, 4.5 years older than me. She came after me. It is what it is. And, you know, so I'm new to relationship and all this. I'm just whatever, googly-eyed, just stupid. Yeah, I'm talking about me. Stupid. Bad decision on top of bad decision. Now, I met her. She was going to college. She invited me up to the college, Merced Junior College. I went up to the college. I'm looking around. I'm like, I ain't coming here. I did eventually go there. Why was it a bad decision to wait? So the whole summer plus the whole fall season? Because when I went in the spring, man, I wasn't right. I'm taking the entrance exam and all my entrance exam stunk. Now, I just graduated. Well, I graduated 11 years ago with a bachelor's degree in psychology, 6.35 GPA. But when I went to Merced College for the first time, 1993, January 1993, you could have swore I didn't know nothing. Bad decision compounded. Bad decision compounded. Now, ain't nobody going to tell no truth. I'll tell some truth. Gabe, what was the issue? I was making choices off bad information. And honestly, that was my fault. I was making choices off bad information because none of it was actually information. Oh, you know me, I'm coming with it. It was all just emotional goo-gop. Oh, Gabe, nobody's making those decisions at 40, at 50, at 60, at 70. I got people 80 years old on my page. Nobody's making emotional goo-gop decisions now, Gabe. You in your 40s, 50s, 60s. You got people all. No, nobody's making those kind of. Yeah, nobody's making those kind of decisions now, Gabe. Right? Right, Gabe? None of us are doing that, right, Gabe? Don't tell on yourself. Don't tell on yourself. But yeah. I have had more than one conversation with some of the people on my Facebook page, on Messenger, on the phone, face to face. And I can read your page. I know how to read. You know, I know how to read now. I read pretty good. I can go to your Facebook pages. I can take a look at what you're talking about. Now, I ain't going to get into specifics because I don't want to make nobody mad, at least not yet. I'll make you mad in about 5. Give me 5 minutes. I'll make you mad. But the reality of it is for each of us to do our own inventory. Now, there's other reasons for bad decisions, but I wanted to hit the biggest one out the box. The truth of the matter is, some of us, I've already admitted about me, have made bad decisions in our life at some point because we didn't want to hear information that would have informed on our choices because we had an agenda. And if you're doing that now, let me just stop right now and say, stop doing that. I don't have a lot of young people, young adults on I have some, but not too many. Most of the people on my Facebook page, I went to high school with. Probably about 80% of y'all. So ain't none of us young. Ain't none of us young. Some of y'all got grandkids. Some of y'all got great-grands and you only 50. Anyway, so the reality of it is we can't be making decisions like that. We too old for that. We can't be making decisions on the basis of, I'm just going to do what I want to do. I'm going to just do what I want to do. I made that kind of decision 6 years ago, Summer of I won't get into it, 2016, bad decision, because there was something I wanted to do. My marriage was over. I want to move around. I want to take a little trip, whatever. Didn't work out well. Didn't work out well. Not going to get into it. Didn't work out well. Got debt to pay. So the reality of it is, I'm gonna have to do it. I told you I'm gonna make you mad. Coming out of a marriage, right? Some of us going through that kind of process. It's all about me now. Okay, I hear you. That's cool. But you got to be careful of the decisions you start making when you get into this. It's all about me now. Empty nesters. You got to be careful on some of them decisions you're about to make, because you are empty nester. You had to make sure they got to school. You buying cars. You doing all this. You took you spending. Matter of fact, now they in college and you spending all kind of money. Bad decision. Be careful. Make sure you check your financial records. Make sure you check and see what you up against. Here's another one. I'm gonna put it out there. My son is only 11. Some of you, hey, my kids can live at home. I don't care, Gabe. My parents told me to get out. So now my son, my daughter, they can stay at home as long as they go to college, as long as they work, they can stay at home. Cool. Cool. However, some of you know you got sons, you got daughters who are extremely irresponsible, and they ain't about nobody's rules. They ain't about taking care of no business, and they going to be taking your car. They're going to be always in your pocketbooks. And you sitting there, nope, you can stay at home. You can live at home, son. You can live at home, daughter. Now, obviously, I'm only talking to those who miss hit. Got your grandkids living with you because they don't want to mind the rules of their parents. Your own children. They grown. They graduate from high school. Grandma, I'm coming to live with you. Grandpa, I'm coming to live with you. Oh, all right, grandbaby. Don't worry about your mom, your dad. I raised them. I raised them. You come live with me. And you know that boy, you know that girl's irresponsible. You know the reason why they want to come live with you, because they want to be laid up. Oh, I said it out loud. I heard myself. They want to be laid up with a boyfriend. They want to be laid up with a girlfriend. They want to be hanging out till the wee hours of the night, and you 60, 70, 80 years old, and you know you ain't going to stop them. You can tell them, but you ain't going to stop them. They're going to always be in your car. Oh, grandma, I got you. I'll go pick up your medicine. Okay, baby, I need it tonight. Oh, okay. They come back in the morning. Now, baby, I told you I needed it. Oh, I'm sorry, grandma. Bad decision. But, Gabe, what you want me to do? That's my grandchild. That's your grand. Not your child, your grand. That means there's a generation in between you and them. Oh, you don't like me now. I told you I'll give me 5 minutes. I told you. Give me 5 minutes. Gabe, you mean to tell me we can make those kind of decisions in our 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s? Yeah. And the two big areas, family and money. I'm going to tell you right now, family and money. Let's just get on down to the heart of this bad boy. When you get up into these age groups and you got family who is calling on you every 5 minutes, come give me a ride. Can I get some money? Can I sleep on your couch? On and on and on and on. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me, but let's just get real about this thing. It's about that family and it's about your money. It's about that family and it's about your money, especially if you got kids who you know, and I'm going to say it and you just get mad and get off if you want to, but it's about family and money, and you got that boy or that girl who ain't no good with money, who don't want to do nothing but lazy around your house, and you don't know how to tell them, bounce, get your own spot, do your own thing. He done had 10 girlfriends. He move out when he move in with them, act like he can't talk to you, but then all of a sudden, soon she kick it to the curb, he back at your house. And you got another opportunity to make a good decision, but what are you going to make the decision on? See, the good or the bad of the decision starts with the information on which you base. Oh, I'm talking good now. I can hear myself. I need to be watching me right now. The good or the bad of the decision can be forecasted on the basis of the information by which you judge the decision, by which you favor or non-favor. Now, if I wanted to, I could go Bible, turn to the book of Proverbs, and spend the next 36 minutes just working y'all over. But I ain't going to do that because that's not what we do on Thursday. But I just want to make sure it's understood, because Proverbs is really about making sure we get good advice so that we can make good decisions. As a matter of fact, here's a quick one. In the multitude of counselors or advisors, there is safety. And I think most of us, if we're just willing to just take a quick look over our lives and be honest, a lot of the reasons why we made bad decisions, relationship, again, family, relationships, all kind of in the same boat. And then behind our money, those are two big, huge, because money encompasses job, it encompasses what we purchase, it encompasses what we don't purchase, where we live. So when I say money and family, unless you want me to just do friends separately, money, associations, and then your money. And those are two big, huge ones. Because oftentimes, most of the decisions that we have to make in life flow from our associations, which can mean our communities, our children, our grandchildren, our spouses, our boyfriends, girlfriends, fiancés, who we associate with, who we hang out with. Have you ever said something like this, or know somebody who said this? Let's go a different way. Ooh, I need to stop hanging out with y'all. I get in too late. They literally saying the information that they need to make the next decision on. Man, y'all have me out here too late. I need to stop hanging out with y'all. Y'all do some crazy stuff. I'm too old for that. Ring, hey girl, hey man, hey what's up, bro? What you up? Man, weekend, man. Come on, man, hang out. Man, man, last time I told y'all, man, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I'm married. Or whatever. I got to go to work. Hey, man, look, man, come on. Man, don't be a square, whatever people say. All right, man. There you go. Back out again. Now the whole time you out, you're looking at your watch. You're looking at your cell phone for the time. And they looking at you. Man, you going to leave? You going to leave? Which brings me to the second thing. It ain't just the information on which the decision is based, or the information that drives the thing. And if you remember, there was a part A to that, which is the agenda, the intention in the first place, which is how you select your information. Here's number two. Part of the reason why we make bad decisions, especially when it comes to our associations, when it comes to our family, we ain't got no backbone. I got to drink some juice. I got to drink juice on that one. Some of us ain't got no backbone, man. I love y'all, man. That's why I do these broadcasts. I love y'all, I get emotional. Understand? I get emotional. But seriously, we got to grow. Now, if it was all not just me, and I'd say grow a pair, but I'm not going to. Sorry about that. We got to get some backbone from somewhere, right? At some point or another, we need some backbone. We might have all the right information. We done got all the right counsel. We really want to make the best decision, but man, we don't got no backbone. We don't want to be. We don't want to be the bad guy. We don't want to say the thing that we know we need to say. That's gonna hurt somebody's feelings. So but Gabe, if I do that, my son ain't gonna come back. If I do that, my daughter, she already told me, Mom, if you don't give me that money, I ain't bringing the grandkids. Mom, I need that money. And she ain't gonna spend that money rightly. That boy gonna go take that car and gonna go out there and hang out with the wrong people, and you sweating your car, and you a prisoner in your own house. So it ain't just you misinformed. No, by this point, they done misused you 5 times. It could be your husband, it could be your wife. I'm not just picking on kids tonight and grandkids. I'm somebody's kid. I got a kid. But the reality of it is, some of y'all know what I'm saying to be true. And I might be walking down your street. Like I said, put them feet on out there. Because come on, put that thumb up. because I'm going to stop by and pick you up. You ain't got to hitchhike long. I'm going to pick you up in the car, and we having a talk. Let's chat tonight. The reality of it is you got the information. You have a right intention. You really want to make the best decision behind what's going on with your spouse or what's going on at your job. I'll bring some other pieces in here going on at the job. The boss has misused you 3 times. You already know. When they start looking at you and circling around your desk, you know. When they wait till you standing there looking at the schedule and they start making, and they start talking about being team players, you already know they're coming for you. You know they're coming for you. But you have some plans this weekend. I use this one all the time. I know y'all don't like it. I got a lot of grandmas and a lot of grandpas on my page. I know y'all don't like this. I love you. I'm getting emotional. I'm getting emotional. But the reality of it is, babysitting them grandkids. Babysitting, you know they ain't going to work. It's Friday night and they don't work nights. So they get clever on you, right? Hey, Mom, can I drop Junior off? I got to work on Friday morning. Oh, yeah, I'll take care of Junior. I got Junior. Come on, bring little Junior. Love you, Junior. Love you, June. Come on, June. Grandma. Okay, she get off at 3:30. June, I'm tired, baby. I'm tired. I'm 70 years old. I'm tired, June. Grandma, let's keep going. Let's keep going, Grandma. Let's keep going, Grandma. No, baby, your mama should be here. It's 4:30. June, I'm tired. June, I'm tired. Woo, June, Grandma, baby. Sweetheart, where are you? Oh, she didn't respond. It's 5:30. Sweetheart, where are you? It's 7:30. You done gave June a bath and June sleep. And you sitting on the couch. Every car you hear drive by, you think it's your daughter or your son coming to get June. Let June. Oh, Grandma, baby. You started this like June. I know that's Grandma, baby, but you started this like June. Like June did something to you. June didn't ask you to babysit. Your daughter or your son did. And you know they being left work. They ain't working a double. They ain't working a triple. Matter of fact, you find out by happenstance when them goofballs start running their mouth. Yeah, you know, and I was over there, Mom, and this. You was over there. I thought you was working, baby. Yeah. See, we had left work early. See, me and some of the fellas, we went to get some drinks. I had June. Then you feel bad. I mean, I love a grandbaby though. I love the June, but you told me you was gonna come after work. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mom. You know, we went got some drinks, and then you know the happy hour, and then and then it just got late. And then I figured you had already gave June a bath, so I didn't want to wake him up. Because he be fussy. Yeah, I know. Because little June was sleeping in the bed with me, kicking the stuffings out of me. So another reason why some of them decisions don't turn out so well, because we don't have no backbone. Yeah, Gabe, I've been working 17 doubles in a row. You do know you're not built for that, right? Nobody is. I don't care what you tell me about no-dos and about you drinking espresso and you drinking power drinks. Nobody's built for 10 doubles. Oh, Gabe, you got to make that money. You got to make that money. Yeah, I'm going to be all right. They told me I'm going to get my week's vacation. I'm going to get I bet you coronavirus tore people up and tearing people up. And I don't mean the virus making them sick. I mean, they was going to get that vacation because they've been working 10 doubles and they've been, and then all of a sudden, January, February 2020, March 2020, there's a major virus and the world is shutting down. Oh, you had a vacation scheduled in April? Yeah, about that. Yeah, ain't gonna be no vacation. Ain't gonna be no vacation. Yeah, not only is it not going to be a vacation, but we're going to need you to keep working those devils indefinitely till the quarantine and till the situation is over. And some of y'all just now getting them vacations. Now, I'm not suggesting that was a bad decision because you couldn't do nothing about the quarantine or you couldn't do nothing about the pandemic. But the fact was you kept putting it off. You kept putting it off. And the reason why you was putting it off wasn't because you love your job. It wasn't because you love your job. I love my job. Yeah, I love my job. It's because that boss, that supervisor, knew how to guilt you. They knew how to keep telling you, you know, you the best worker I have gotten. I know you have never gotten Employee of the Month. You've never gotten a bonus. You've never gotten a raise, or you got a raise for 17.5 cents. You ain't, you know, you get a whole plaque. And we're going to give this person who has been working 80-hour weeks a plaque. What kind of madness is that? Girl, keep it up. You might one day get you a bigger plaque. You tired, you're weary, you're making other bad decisions because you're tired. You're making that one bad decision not to have any kind of backbone and therefore to keep letting people run over you like a floor mat is leading to other bad decisions because now you're driving exhausted, which is the equivalent of driving intoxicated. Go ask somebody who is a traffic cop if what I'm saying is true. Go ask them. Ask them. I know a few of them. Now, it may be different per states and per police departments, but I've been told that that's on equal weight. That's like being intoxicated. You're so exhausted. Why do you think they have so many prohibitions for truck drivers? They have to get so much sleep per shift. Have to. And they used to drive them truck drivers to death, driving off the roads, literally killing themselves and killing other people because I got to get it there in 7 days and wasn't accounting for the average person generally should get 8 hours of sleep a day. So if you got to travel multiple days, that means they got to add in for every day you travel 8 hours of sleep. If I'm not mistaken, that's what I was told. See, do you understand what I'm saying? The reason why I'm doing this topic is because one bad decision compounds and can easily, if you're not willing to be honest, and I'm not willing to be honest about the fact that this was a bad decision, it can turn into 10 smaller decisions that all end up bad and making it 10 times worse. This is a serious topic. I'm keeping it light, even though I'm touching some areas that some people obviously don't want to hear about. They're uncomfortable with. Gabe, don't tell me not to babysit June. I love June. Yeah, my daughter is probably taking advantage of me. Yeah, my son is probably taking advantage of me. That no good, whatever. You say whatever you want about your own kid. But the fact is, they're never going to have to do anything different as long as you allow them to do that. Well, Gabe, daycare costs too much. So now they can take that money that they should be responsibly putting towards daycare and not give you nothing but the formula and a couple of dollars for gas if you got to take them to a doctor's appointment and go spend that money at the club or go spend that money on their homies and go spend that money on Vegas and go spend that money on Cancun and go spend that money in casino and go spend that money on themselves to get their nails done, to get that fresh cut, to get them new Nikes and whatever it's got going on. I'm 47 years old. I ain't 10. I've seen this stuff over and over again. And I've had people calling me, Gabe, what do I do? What kind of advice you got for me? I don't know what to do with this lazy boy. I don't know what to do with this good for nothing girl. What do I do? Grow a backbone. There it is. You want to make better decisions behind your grown, I did a whole broadcast on this, so I'm not going to stay here. Behind your grown kids, you got to grow a backbone so that your decisions are not just informed on good information, not just informed, but also that you can hold to your decision. Some of y'all, you make the decision and then you undo it in the same conversation. No, baby, no, sweetheart, I love you. I know you got to pay daycare. Pay daycare now. Oh, mom. Okay, mom, I understand. You tired? Yeah, baby, I'm tired. I'm tired, baby. Okay, mom. And she'll just sit there. Yeah, mom. So what you cook? Mom, what you cook? Oh, baby, I cooked some collard greens and I cooked some neck bombs and I cooked some cornbread. Yeah. Oh, mom, that sounds so delicious. Make sure you save me a plate. Oh, baby, yeah, you know, when you get off work, come on by and get you some. Come on by and get you something. She working on it. You don't even realize it. She heard what you said. She heard you say you can't do it. You tired. You need a break. Oh my! Oh, you made these doilies? Oh yeah, baby. You know I do a little sewing. You know me. I like. Yeah, mom. I know you be getting into arts and crafts too. All of a sudden, she care about your arts and crafts, while little June laying there asleep and watch you. And she get ready. She wait till June real asleep too, and she go and get the diaper bag and she start talking about, oh, I got to get to the daycare and I hope they don't have too many kids. And your little heart just break because little June sleep, and it's 272 degrees outside. If you live in the South, that's a little low, but you know I'm almost there. So it's 2,000 degrees outside. Girl, where are you going with June? Mom, you said I got to take him to daycare. I don't want to take little June out there in the heat. But mom, you said, you know, mom, you said, you know, mom, you said. Mom, you said, you know what, baby? Okay, this time, no backbone, zero. As soon as she closed that door, what happened? Come on, somebody talk to me. Ah! Ah! Oh, baby. Where my mama? My mama never spent no time with me. Grandma, I love, but mama never spend no time with me. Baby, I know. I know. She love you, you lying. She love you, you lying. You lying. So you compounding a bad decision because you had the right choice not to babysit. You're tired, and there are some wonderful daycare providers out there. I know many of them. Some of them have retired now, but I know many wonderful daycare providers. Wonderful. Tell your daughter, here's a list of daycare providers. I've actually gotten to know them because they're going to be taking care of my June. Take them over here. Matter of fact, here's some money. I'll pay for the first day. Little June need to be with kids his own age. Take little June. Bye, little June. Grandma love you. Woo, she gone. Bad decision. Bad decision. Don't have the right information. Or you have the right information, but you got an agenda. I'll make that number 2. And number 3, you just don't have no backbone. You just don't have no backbone. You don't have the wherewithal to put your foot down and say, look, enough is enough. I'm not doing this. I could do a few more, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do one more. One more. Y'all going to love this one. You're going to love this one. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. There's another thing that drives bad decisions. And I want to isolate this, and I may be able to pull some of the other pieces into this one. It's a big one. I could pick 1 or 2 words. I'm going to go with the F word. Feelings. Feelings. You don't have a nefarious agenda. You might even have a bit of a backbone. And she take June out the door. You stood your ground. Get on out. Not today, girl. All right, mom. You're right. You got the right information. You made the right choice. You stood your ground. But here comes feelings, emotions. You talking about undoing good decisions and driving us to make bad decisions? What's that phrase? All up in your feelings, right? All up in our feelings. We get all up in our feelings, but stay with me. Stay with me. It's going to get rough, but I love you. I love you. I say, I love, I feel emotion. I love y'all so much. I really do. You know, from the heart, man. From the heart, man. Really do. You ready? Not just any feeling, but the feeling of guilt. The feeling of embarrassment. I'm going to let it sink. If those of you watching this back, ain't nothing wrong with the video, I'm going to let it sink. I had to get some juice on that. I had to get some juice. I ain't going to talk to me. It's okay. It's okay. I'm with it. I'm for all this. Feelings. And the two feelings that I've noticed in my own life, and of course, I do have to do counsel for what I do for a living. Gabe, I feel so bad. Now it's going to get rough. Stay with me now. I got 15 minutes. There's a lady. Let's call her Jane Doe. I used to say Miss Jenkins, but I may have a Jenkins watching. Let's call her Jane Doe. She's in a bad relationship. That was good at the beginning, but it just went wrong for whatever reason. She has come to the end of her rope. She has talked to people, got counsel. Somebody already told her you could come live with me. Got him, got a place to go, got the right information. Maybe she already has a job. She's already got a car. Hey, she's taking her clothes. She said, I don't need nothing else from John Doe. I'm out. 20 years of marriage, I'm done. She's got the right, seemingly she's got the right resolve. She's good. She's ready to bounce. 20 years and the last 10 years have been hell. Whatever. Hey, I'm not here to, well, Gabe, it could be nuanced. Nah, done. And when a person is done, they done. At least so we say. She makes the decision. All her friend girls come pick her up. They take her to get her nails done, make her feel good about herself before she goes and stays with one of her children or one of her friend girls. Got her own bedroom, got her own wing. Her friend's house so big, she ain't even got to see her. But she's sitting there. She didn't go to work the next day. She's sitting there. Her friend girl come in, girl, I'm just checking on you. How you doing, girl? Oh, I'm all right. Let's say it's a Friday. She left on a Thursday. This is a Friday. Girl, come out with us. I'm gonna get the lady friends together. Let's do a pajama jam, and we gonna come to the house and we just gonna, well, you know what y'all do. I ain't gonna even get into it. We're gonna do what ladies do when they get together and they got some beverages that may have some content in it. I'll say it like that. You do all that. Everybody laughing. You sitting there. Jane Doe sitting there. Jane Doe ain't talking. Jane Doe ain't laughing. One of the friends realized Jane Doe been on her phone the whole time. One of them friends, even though they might be a little, tipsy, realizes, they got there at about 6, 7, and now it's about 9 o'clock, and Jane Doe almost ain't looked up. She ain't drunk her beverage, special made, because you always got one in the group, ladies, who know how to make them drinks now. You always got one. Y'all know. Don't tell on yourself if you that one, but they know how to make them drinks, right? She ain't looked up from her phone, and y'all been together 2 or 3 hours, laughing, joking, clowning, but Jane Doe hasn't looked up from her phone. And one of them, let's say 5, 6 friends already know, girl, give me this phone. Don't take my phone. Is he texting you? No, he not lying. Let me look at these texts. He done sent 417 texts in 2 hours. And it ain't his text that's the problem. It's hers. It's hers. And as her girl is reading them texts, girl, listen to this. Maybe it was my fault. That ain't coming from him. It's coming from her. See, she made the right decision. Nobody's questioning that. That's why they came together. That's why her friend let her stay with her. Girl, you got the run of the house. Here's a key. Here's the security code. Do what you got to do. I'm here. We got the girls together. We support you. We love you. We're behind you. You have support. We're behind you. You have all the right information. You have the right agenda. You seem like you had a backbone, but what's not in check is the big one, your feelings. That's the big one. That's the big one. Some of my biggest mistakes, some of my biggest bad decisions in my life was because of my feelings. I know that's wrong. I know that's real, but I don't think anybody, you could be a certified counselor. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I got several counselors certified. Tell me I'm wrong. Maybe you want me to use the word emotion. I don't care what word you use. Emotion, feeling, that bad boy by itself will make you look right at the truth. Oh, I'm talking now. I'm talking now. Look right at the truth. Look at it. Girl, he beating on you. Your eye black. Yeah, you right, girl. Be beating on me. I wasn't raised to take all that. Girl, he be misusing me. Man, she just taking all the money out the account. Every time I put a check in, it's just gone. It ain't even covering no bills. Then she be out all times of night. I don't care what the relationship is. People on the job. You got people telling you, you need to get off this job. They killing you. They don't care about you. They working you like a dog and can't pay you enough. Yeah, you've been there 10 years. No raise, no possibility of any kind of promotion. The people in the higher ups ain't ever gonna leave. They lying to you. When you gonna accept that it's a lie? Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm gonna start putting in resumes. I'm gonna get out of here, girl. I'm gonna get out of here, man. All right, man. I'm with you. I'll go with you to the interview. I'll take off work. You got the support. You got the big. I understand if you say Gabe ain't got no support. We can talk about that. Contact me. Let's talk about if you feel like you don't have somebody to support you. I'm with you. I'll support you, even if we live in different states. I got you. I got you. I got you right now. I'm supporting you right now. But some of you, if you're honest, this goes right back to the first thing I told you. Don't even want to hear the advice, but you were willing to hear it. You wouldn't like me. You listened to the advice. You even went to a counselor. I got counselor friends, I'm telling you, who tell me that they don't tell me people's business. They don't tell me names, but they tell me about people, type of people. Obviously, I've done pastoral counsel for even when I wasn't pastoring for years. So I know this stuff to be true. Flat out emotion. The situation is bad. You got to get out of it. The only decision sometimes you don't even need. It's not a matter of which decision is right. It's just this or nothing. The only decision you can do is get out of there. And if you don't make that decision, you are making a decision by not making that decision. Let me just help somebody out right now. Some of you are under the impression that you actually got options. You think your situation actually affords you options. Stop lying to yourself. You don't really have options. If the man is abusing you, if he's cheating on you, if the woman is withholding affections from you, why do you think you have an option? They don't even want to touch you and you're married. Why do you think you have an option? You're dating this person and they don't even like to talk to you. Why do you think you have options? I didn't mean to go here, but let me go here. Why do you think there's a decision? A decision suggests that there are options of equal weight. Some of us, and I'm saying us because I'm trying to be nice, but the fact is some of you are facing situations. There really is no 2 or 3 options. There's really only do this and live and be safe and be sane, or don't and continue to suffer the pain, the frustration, the anguish, and in some cases, the danger and death that will come if you don't make the decision to change the situation. I'm not talking to people who are unable. I'm talking to people who are able. Let me calm it down. Let me calm it down. I'm talking to people who are able. As I heard one writer say, I'm talking to people who are smart or intelligent. I'm talking to people who are grown. I'm talking to people who let me know through their Facebook pages that they are grown. Nobody tell them nothing. Vaccine. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I ain't going to get off into it. I'm just throwing it out there. I want to rouse some more feathers before I get off here. You got people out there thinking this life and death situation is really a matter of choice. It's a political choice. Are you crazy? Kids now are dying. Kids. Younger than my son, who is 11, because their parents are playing politics. That's not this is a pandemic. Millions of people around the world have died. Have died. Are you hearing me? Oh, you can close it down because you don't want to hear about it no more. I'm with you though. I'm gonna close it down myself in a few minutes, but I'm gonna do my job. I love you. I love you. I'm all in my feelings right now. I love your life maybe more than you do. There are people in your community who love your life maybe more than you do. It ain't got to be coronavirus. It's that relationship. And you know that man is unhealthy. You know that woman is unhealthy. You spending money like you done lost your mind. You up here at the casinos. If you live near me, you at the casinos burning up your money. You drinking too much. You're smoking too much. I don't care if it's legal. You're smoking too much. It's killing you. You're eating like you done lost your mind. You got diabetes, type 1, type 2. You ain't doing nothing to help yourself. You're just doing all you want to do because you're grown, and that decision not to make the decision to save your own life is going to kill you because you're all in your feelings. I want you to think about the fact that there are people who are dead right now because they were all up in their feelings about whatever the subject was. They were all up in their feelings. You don't have to like me. You don't. Most of y'all don't even know me. Not really, but it don't change the truth of what I'm saying. Get out of your feelings so that you can hear the advice, so that you can adjust your agenda to the truth, to the facts, and make the wisest decision possible. Get out of your emotion. The reason why you don't have a backbone is because you are being driven by your feelings. The reason why you're talking about embarrassment and you're talking about I don't want nobody to know that my granddaughter, my daughter out there doing that thing. I don't want nobody to know, so I just don't bring it up. You need to bring it up so somebody like me or your pastor or somebody who's in your life who can offer you some counsel, who can offer you some help, can help you. But you're so embarrassed. You're so disgusted, but you're not disgusted enough, so you don't bring it up. So nobody like me can give you the encouragement and give you some direction, because I'm all about solution. I'm all about where to go to get the information. I don't live in your city. I don't live in your state. But trust me, if you live in Bossier City or if you live in Shreveport, we can do it together. If you live in Merced, California, Fresno, California, Atwater, California, I've lived in those cities. If you live in Mesquite, Texas, I've lived there. I can point you to some resources. I'm a man about solutions and resources. Don't keep making bad decisions because you don't have a backbone. Don't keep making bad decisions because you don't want to put your foot down. Don't keep making bad decisions because you got another agenda and you're hoping for a certain outcome, and you keep forgetting that the moment that decision is impacted by someone else, the moment you have to make a decision that's affected by your wife, by your husband, by your children, by your boss, by your employees, that's not a decision that you can make unrealistically. You can't afford to do it. You got to get honest with yourself about you and about every person that affects the decision. If you have to make a decision that you know involves other grown people, listen to me good. If you got to make a decision to relocate, change jobs, I don't know what it is, health decisions, and other people are directly impacted or indirectly, depending on your community, by your decision, you have to actually invite them in and receive some information from them in some sort, or you're going to have a really low, you're expressing a low value on truth, on facts, on honesty. You are making a bad decision just in making the decision, because you're refusing to invite the people who are going to be impacted by the decision in on the decision, because you want to be grown or whatever you got going on, or maybe just plainly you and your feelings. You don't want nobody to know that you got a health crisis. The doctor told you you got cancer, and now is the time to tell everybody, but you don't want to tell anybody. I don't want nobody feeling bad for me. Get over yourself. What if that cancer kills you? I just don't want everybody in my business. I don't want everybody in my business. Wow. You ain't going to even give them a chance to show they love you? Good night, son. You ain't going to even give them a chance to be there for you? You're not going to, because you don't want to be embarrassed, or you don't want everybody in your business. I want everybody in my business. So, because you don't want nobody in your business, that's emotional nonsense. You just gonna let the situation ride. Bro, man, beating you down, sister girl cheating on you, whatever the situation. Kids tripping, don't want to do nothing right. You got friends who will come in, but you don't want them to sit down with your son because you don't want them to be embarrassed to know that you can't handle it. Maybe you got chronic illness. Maybe you work so much. You need to invite somebody in. I got much love for LeBron's mother. Quick, and I'm done. She hit a point. I think he was teen years. I think he was in his teen years. She's single mother, working 2 jobs. Anybody know anything about Akron, Ohio? Very dangerous place. This is a kid, kid prodigy in sports. He was extremely good at football. Most people don't know that. Wide receiver, he did get hurt, so his mom said you got to cut that out. Obviously 6'7", 6'8", in high school, balling, international, already nationally known, cover of Sports Illustrated as a high school phenom. You know what she did? She sent her son, LeBron James, to live with his coach for a year so she could get ahead of her financial situation. Now, if you're on here saying, Gabe, I don't have that kind of support, hey, I get it. Let's talk. Maybe you haven't really thought about some things. Maybe there's some support there that you have not allowed yourself to see because your emotions are in the way. I'm not saying that's the answer, but let's talk. As you can see, I'm gonna come with it. I spare feelings only in the sense of I'm not gonna just say things try to hurt your feelings, but I'm gonna say what you need to hear. I'm gonna say what you need to hear. See, y'all need to share this out. Y'all need to share this out. Y'all need to get this on your Facebook pages. It's gonna be on my YouTube channel. Share it from YouTube. To send it to people on their through text message. Send it to them on Facebook Messenger. Get this to as many people as you can. You got somebody who you really want to give advice to, but they kind of tuning you out. Hey, see if they'll watch this. I'm a perfect stranger to them. For some reason, people are willing to listen to strangers sometimes and not listen to their own friends. Maybe they'll listen to the first 10 minutes. It'll hit them right between the eyes. They'll send you a text. Don't you ever contact me again. But they'll know why you did it. Don't just send it in a text. Tell them, look, I love you. I know right now you may not want to listen to me, but maybe you'll listen to this guy. He's a pastor. He's got a degree in psychology, whatever you got to tell him. Been in ministry almost 30 years. Let them know. Let them know. Look, don't just let them just make these bad decisions. Some people are making bad decisions. I hate to say it, but they're making bad health decisions. And it's killing them. They're making bad financial decisions. And right now is definitely not the time to make bad financial decisions. I mean, no. I'm over my time. I've given a little bit of advice. I can't really give a lot of advice. If you got enough courage, hey, you want to overcome embarrassment, you want to overcome fear, you got to get some courage. You got to grow a backbone. And maybe you can't make the decision yet, but contact me. Send me a messenger, send me Facebook Messenger. Gabe Matthews. Contact me. Contact me. Now, I wouldn't put my personal business in the comment section. I wouldn't necessarily do that because you'd be inviting other people to comment. But share this out. Let's watch this back. Hey, I get excited. That's just my personality. I truly love you all. That's why I do these Thursday broadcasts. I don't have to do them. I'm not mandated to do them. This is just what I started to do almost a year ago. I think it's been almost a year ago. Now I started to do it, and I took a few weeks off, but we're back. This is the second week. Next week, we're going to talk about the shoe drop syndrome. I'll let you know what that is. Worrying about bad, something going to happen. We'll talk about superstition and all that's connected to that. But I love you. I care about you. Gabe, you don't even know me. Yeah, well, if you're watching all the people on TikTok and YouTube, you don't know them either. You don't know them either. So if you're watching them, watch me. And know that I'm coming to bring something that's going to benefit you, to uplift you, to help you, to edify you, to equip you. And maybe this ain't for you, but you got some people in your life who really could use this. Tag them, share this out, tag them, let them know you're doing it because you love them. Have a good one. See you next week.